Welcome, this is Carrie Schell from On Point Quilter. This is the second quilt that I've done that uses the Color Play panel from Northcott. If you missed the video last week, you're definitely going to want to check that out because I do talk about bringing in all of the fabrics needed for this week's video. In this week's video, we're going to use the blocks that are printed at the top and the bottom of the panel, and we're going to be able to use a custom set layout that's already created in Electric Quilt. I have opened the Color Play project that I created as part of last week's blog post. Start by going to Libraries, followed by Layout Library. Now, under the layout libraries, there's layouts by size. But we're going to go to the second category, which is layouts by style. So if you click on the plus, go to the stars layout, and we're going to select stars number 6 and select edit to quilt work table. Now, if you see no lines, it means you just need to turn on the hide show quilt patch lines. Let's select Fabric Tools, select Swap Color, select a fabric, and click on one of the blocks. For each of the corner blocks, I want to use a panel that has a size of 7 1/4. So I need to resize the entire quilt to accommodate that. Select Block Tools, select the Adjust tool, and click on one of the corner blocks. Note the block width and height of 12 by 12. I need that size to be 7 1/4. Using a calculator, I will take the desired size of 7 1/4 and divide it by the current size of 12. Select the Layout tab. First thing you absolutely must do is turn off Maintain the existing block sizes. And then you're going to take that ratio and multiply it times the width and the height. That's going to give us the new size for the center of the quilt. So change the width and height to 29. Select the Design tab. With the Adjust tool, select one of the corner blocks and confirm the size of 7 1/4. View the project sketchbook. On the Photos tab, select the resized photo from the last lesson and select Edit to Image Work Table. Select Crop and roughly enclose the block in the upper left corner. Select Apply Crop, followed by Fit in Window. Now adjust the crop window to match the outside edges of the block and select Apply Crop and Add to Project Sketchbook. View the project sketchbook, select the same panel, and edit to Image Work Table. Select Crop and use the same process to crop the third block on the top. Add to Project Sketchbook. View the project sketchbook, select the same panel, and edit to Image Work Table. Do the initial crop and Fit in Window. Under the crop values, go ahead and type in the desired size of 7 1/4 for the width and a height, and now position the crop window to be centered over the block. Then select Apply Crop. Add to Project Sketchbook. View the project sketchbook. On the Photos tab, select the panel and select Edit to Image Work Table. Select Crop. Adjust the crop window to roughly enclose the block in the lower right corner. Select Apply Crop, Fit in Window. Change the presets to 7 1/4 by 7 1/4. Reposition over the block and select Apply Crop and Add to Project Sketchbook. View the project sketchbook. Select the panel and Edit to Image Work Table. Select Crop and roughly adjust the crop window to enclose the middle block at the bottom. Select Apply Crop, but this time under the width and height, type in 7.75. Center over the block, noting that we have a little bit more white space, which is going to work because we're going to use this as fabric. Select Apply Crop, and now rather than Add to Sketchbook, select Add as Fabric. Now on the quilt work table, select Photo Tools and under Set Photos, find the cropped images and click on each of the four corners. Select Fabric Tools, select the paintbrush and color the other blocks for the center of the quilt. Hold off on the center on-point square. Under Block Tools, select Adjust and click on the on-point square, noting the finished block size of 10 1/4. On the block work table, I'm going to select a new block, Pieced Easy Draw Block, change the block width and height to 10 1/4. For the snaps, I multiplied the 10 1/4 by 4 to snap every 1/4 inch and change them to 41 by 41. I need to create a block with the center being 7 1/4. So I'm going to calculate the difference between the block size and the center size. Divide this by 2 to determine the size of the patches on all four sides. With the line tool, draw vertical lines at 1 1/2 and 8 3/4. Now, even though there are not visible snap points at 8 3/4, because we set the snaps at 41 by 41, they are actually there. And as long as Snap to Grid is turned on, you should be able to draw a perfectly vertical line. Then draw horizontal lines at 1 1/2 and 8 3/4. Select the Color tab and color the outside patches with a fabric, and then select the last fabric, which is the panel piece, and click on the center. Select Fussy Cut to reposition the fabric and add to Project Sketchbook. Select the quilt work table. Under Set Block, locate the block that was just drawn and click on the on-point square. Because this is an on-point square, you'll notice that using the Fussy Cut will not allow the block to fit. Select Rotate Fabric. Under Advanced, type in 45 and click on the patch. Select Fussy Cut and drag to center in the block. Select Add to Project Sketchbook. Let's add borders. Select the Border tab, change the first border to a long horizontal with a size of 1 1/2 inches. Select Add, and for the next border, select the style Tile on Point. Scroll down and change the number of blocks in border to 8. Select Add and make this a long horizontal and change the size to 1 1/2. Select Add, change the style to mitered, and change the size to a 1/2 inch. This will be for a binding. Select the Design tab and under Fabric Tools, use the paintbrush and recolor the borders. To color the binding, I decided to use one of the ombre fabrics. And I did need to use Rotate Fabric. Under Rotate Fabric options, change to Simple and click on the borders at the top and bottom. Hide Show Quilt patch lines and add to Project Sketchbook. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoy creating this quilt. On March 25th and 26th, I have a free EQ8 webinar that will use the fabrics other than this panel, and I would love to have you join me live. Make sure to click on the registration links in the related blog post.